Hi, I'm Jenna. I am a mermaid out of water. I like long gaming sessions in peanut butter everything. Quote me your favorite Chris Farley line.
That's actually really cute.
I know.
No, mine's so lame. Hi, I'm Bridget.
Really? Sound like that.
No, you don't. I enjoy partaking in long marathons of TV shows.
Oh my god, true.
I also make sure to keep my health up in WoW. I have 4 fur babies that help me master Final Fantasy, while I find spots to emulate the Japanese culture that I love so much.
Oh my god.
Purchase tiny kawaii critters to make me smile, along with DBZ hoodies.
Oh
Maybe
my
some
God.
ramen.
Nice.
Hey guys, you're about to enter a world that we geek responsibly. This is going to be a podcast that you will enjoy for the rest of your life. Here is Jenna and Bridget. When no one is around you. It tastes like burning. It's perfect. And we are here for your pleasure. No.
Well, I can talk louder. I just gotta get off mute. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back to Geek Responsibly Season 2, Episode 2. This week, we're going to be working on Valentine's Day. That's why we had those amazing profiles in the beginning.
And we wanted to switch it up, so we decided to write for each other because we thought it'd be more fun instead of us writing our own, which I think you did a really good job of mine. Like, that is pretty accurate. I'm not gonna lie. And you're like, oh, all the geeky, like, Japanese stuff. I was like, oh, hit the nail on the head. For
Exactly.
Sure.
And I absolutely love peanut butter, so
I know
that works.
But we wanted to write the profiles because we keep getting, I don't know, I guess online dating profiles keep popping up. Not for us, essentially, but like a lot of my clients keep meeting that way. And a couple weeks ago, we were helping a mutual friend with her account, and I shit you not, it was 3 of us in her account. There's 3 of us trying to go through one account. Can we just think of like how crazy that is? And I feel like I'm the weakest link because I don't know what to really write. Jenna is amazing at actually like starting the conversations, I would say.
Oh, I end them too.
But she was like really good at doing the conversation. So we were kind of going through Bumble, and I have not been single in a very long time. And I found it so much fun swiping through these profiles.
Oh, we were laughing at so many different ones. And the one, how many were so horribly done. So that's why we're going to go over what we feel would be great to look at.
Or what we swiped right on, essentially, right?
Yes. What we swiped right on was also another fun thing.
And so like a lot of the ones that we did like, I think we both were swiping on ones that were a little bit, we were looking for humor, I would say, for when we were swiping for her friend.
Witty. Wittiness.
Yes, witty, like humor and witty. We were swiping right on a lot of those. And there was also like, I think we were looking at the photos too, where there was one where this guy his profile was him as a ring bearer, but he's an adult man. So it's not a picture of him as a kid. It's a picture of him as an adult man being someone's ring bearer. So it's like, that picture was like, I need to know more. What's the story? Tell me. So we were opening up conversation.
Yes. With that being said, the Bumble account that we were in, we were going through the profiles, seeing what were points that were popping out that we enjoyed. So like the pictures obviously are a big thing that they lean on. How do the pictures look? But then going into the profile. And I think the pictures, one, if you have a girl next to you, just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't. I don't care if it's your mom, your sister, your cousin, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife. Just stop.
And for our friend that we were helping her on, for her, that was an instant hard pass. Like the second it looked like there was a picture of like an ex-girlfriend because the guy doesn't get a picture taken, that was like, I don't care who it is. I don't even want to bother.
Or if you legit just scribbled their face, then we know that it's your ex. Or don't take a picture that you're like you cut your ex out of. And it's just your big, massive head staring back at us.
Ooh, group shots are also very hard. She wasn't a fan of group shots because you never know who it is that's actually the profile.
Correct.
And I think, wasn't there one that was like a picture of like a Polaroid picture? Wasn't there one? And his thumbprint was like on it?
Oh, yeah. It was like he took a picture of a picture. It was an inception of a picture.
I think if you're going to do a group picture because you don't have one, because I get it, like not everyone gets their photo taken. I think it would be hilarious if you did that and you like drew on it like a big circle, like this is me, and it's like a shitty arrow. Like that would make me kind of like stop and probably laugh a little bit, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny.
Once we got over the picture, we went to the profile. And if the profile was horrendous, which was either too short or not descriptive enough, or you sounded like a douchebag, definitely hard pass.
And I think like with you in particular, Jenna, because you have experience with that, like that you were doing this like wingman dating thing.
Yes.
So like we're going through all these profiles and she's like, oh my God, we were talking about you becoming a Yenta. And essentially, I was like, oh my God, you should totally do this online. People will pay you. And essentially she would come in and teach you how to build a profile that would work. Because we were going through and all these guys were like not leaving enough information, or they were trying to be witty, but it comes off like not. It's like kind of like straight turn off. So like share some of your tips on a better profile, or like to kind of like break the ice, and like how would you get the ladies?
How would I get the ladies?
How would you get the ladies?
This is the ladies, man. To be honest, I always feel like I do act more of a male than I should.
We both are very masculine. Like when we talked about hugging, that we were like, oh, we'll hug like dudes. We bro hug. So yeah.
So I can deal with that. I can't do fluffy hugs.
Yeah, those are hard.
That's what she said. So essentially, for me, back in the day when I was doing wingman work with a group,
wingman work,
it was more of that stupid make things up and try and get her to like. I get it. Back in the day, that was like the cool up and coming thing, but that's not how it is anymore. So sometimes,
especially online, you really don't have a way to do that.
You have no tone and you need to stop. So people think that they're literally funny. You just look like a fat ass douche.
It's like a hard nope.
Nope. Yeah. Well, for me, but sometimes girls are dumb and like, well, he looks cute. So you have 3 different things that you can go off of. 1, you have to hit it hard with a photo. Like first photo, don't have it be blurry.
Yeah.
Second, don't have it be half your face, because that happened too. It literally was like this. And I was like, I see your ear.
Oh,
your ears are sexy.
And also from your experience, because the friend that is doing these profiles, or this profile, Jenna's actually gone to some of the dates as well. So there was a picture. There was a picture where the guy had posted a picture, but it's clearly from like a decade ago.
No. This gentleman. Okay. So I did go on a couple of the dates. So we kind of
she wouldn't be murdered, which makes sense.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't want my friend to be murdered. So we decided to go on a double date already, and we decided that we would go to a mutual place. And everything would be fine.
A public mutual
The guy
place.
shows up 40 minutes late.
Ooh.
And he looks like Dr. Evil. Now, I get it if you're going to, have like certain situations where you can't have hair or anything else, like get it.
Did he have hair in the profile?
Some.
Okay.
But this is where I'm getting at.
Okay.
Your photos for this gentleman literally ranged from probably high school to all of a sudden like in his late 20s, 30s, and then now-ish. And I'm like, which one are you? You don't look like any of the photos. We meet him. He shows up. He's put on a little bit of weight, which I get it. Like, it happens, but then be truthful. So the biggest thing, or the other thing that I was going to state, is be yourself.
Yeah.
And people will love you for you. There's thousands of people on these apps. You just have to be you. Don't fake it. Don't show up looking like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
And then... I don't know. So picture, profile, and be truthful.
And and if you're not comfortable where you're at in life, I get it. I've been there. But at the same time, it's like you're putting something from potentially high school. They're not investing in you from 10 years ago. You're wanting someone to be with you now. So I just don't understand why you're like, hey, look how great I was back then. Here, look, I was a championship pole vaulter. You should date me now.
Pole vaulter.
My dad used to be
Oh,
a pole
okay.
vaulter.
I was like,
that's where that
where is
pulled
this
from.
coming from?
But it's like, if you're posting something like, if I was posting something going, hey, man, I was an all-girl rock band in high school, and I wore whiteout contacts, and I played in the, orchestra. No one's going to give a shit about that now. I mean, you probably will if you're dating me and we have a conversation about it, but that's not something I'm showcasing I would showcase in my profile now.
Exactly. So, the other thing I think is interesting is kind of be a little bit more relaxed as well. I get that the dating world is very stressful, especially online, because there's so many people trying to go for everybody. It's just like a shit show.
Like it just cast a wide fucking net.
Yeah.
Like, someone. Like, that's hard.
Please, just anybody. And then you have these horrible dating stories that happen after that. After you think about them are just hilarious. I have some great ones, but we'll not get into that. That will probably be a whole other episode of just Jenna's horrible online dates, because there was a good stint in my life that I just went on some horrific dates, like bad.
I don't think I have any. We should do an episode of that, because I don't really have many dates I've gone on. I've had a few weird incidences where I've been hit on. Like, I've been hit on twice in the same night from a car accident. Like, I've had that kind of stuff, but I don't have. Yeah, that might be a different time. Yeah, my only one. So there's stuff like that. So moving forward from like the dates, we were going online, and we also kind of stumbled on Twitter. Or not Twitter.
Tinder.
I'm old. We were talking about Tinder, and we found 3 of them that... 3.
I only have 2.
Fine, 2. We found 2 of them.
Because the other one was dumb.
Fine. 2 of them we found that were just so ridiculous that we would actually swipe right on. So Jenna's going to read the profile and kind of explain what the picture is, because obviously we're doing this via audio.
I'm going to read the profile first, and then I'm going to explain the picture.
I feel like you should explain the picture.
Nope, not this one. So.
All right, here we go.
So this person's profile starts with, actually, several thousand years old. I don't know why it says I'm 21. LOL. Downside, I've only been nailed once. Upside, I would die for you, so you know I'm committed. Also, my dad is a pretty big deal. He always beats me in dreidel. Swipe right if you need some Jesus in you. Which, this gentleman's name is Jesus. He's 21 and a carpenter. The picture is good. This kid literally has super long hair. I'm sure he probably gets it at parties that he looks like Jesus, so he obviously took it for his advantage. And he's got a gorgeous scenery behind him of water and like at a park.
He's at a park.
Clearly. He's at a park. He's got a table with a white linen cloth on it. With
effort has been taken.
It has been, and he is definitely delivering this.
This is
with all cylinders. He has a bag of Swedish fish next to him, a bag of corn tortillas, which I'm assuming is going to be like matzah or something. And then he's got a glass with red wine in it, but he's pouring a smart water.
And he's photoshopped it that he's pouring this water and it is turning into wine in his hands. And the Swedish fish are on a cutting board. And this guy is dressed up as Jesus. So he's in robes. So effort has been made. I'm intrigued. I would swipe because not even to date this guy, I'd be like, you're insane. You have to be fucking funny as hell, like, to come up with that. And I wonder if he came up with it on his own, because that picture is clearly someone else took it. So I'm assuming his friend circle is pretty awesome.
So this is the other one I wanted you to read.
Okay. Am I reading it or am I explaining it?
You can explain it.
Okay, so I'm going to explain the profile picture first. It's a woman sitting, I think it's a woman, sitting on a set of stairs. And it's cut off, so all you see are her legs, and she's wearing black pants and Tom's shoes, and there's a beer bottle behind her. So it just
she does have a beer bottle.
So it's just super just a pair of legs, and it's super cash. And her name's Krista, and it says, "Don't swipe right. Just on here to catch my lying boyfriend. hey honey, if you're seeing this, it's over, you're caught. Oh, another thing, that girl Brittany you're seeing Sunday at 7 p.m. in in Charlesville to catch a movie, she has showed me everything. We're besties now. Bye, loser. Oh my God.
I just wanted you to
That's not a profile.
I thought it was funny.
That's crazy.
There wasn't really any other good ones.
There was one that I thought was funny, and it was this girl, and her name's Hope, and all it said in there was, the P is silent at night. So, and then Jenna's looking at it, she's like, I don't get it. And it's just this picture of this girl walking, and I think someone just made this up. It's just this girl crossing the street, and Jenna's staring at it, like, I don't get it. I'm like, oh, Hope, the P is silent. It means ho after night. I was like, oh my God. So it's funny, but I think it's also something that, it's not real. Which I wonder how many of these actually are real, some of these.
Here we go. This is a good one. Sonora, 24, a research assistant. She's got a great picture. Not sure which one she is, but
yeah, there's two faces. Again, the group shots are very
take those
hard.
out. I'm the kind of girl you can take home to your family. I will then get closer to them than you are, and will slowly phase you out. Touché, Sonora. Good job.
I don't know if a man is going to swipe on that.
I wouldn't, as a man. I'd be like,
but as a girl,
crazy.
But as a girl, I think that's kind of funny. Because that does happen, though, doesn't it? Like, I feel like granted, I'm married, but I feel like my husband's family likes me better than him. And sometimes I've done that with his friends, that they like me better. So this is something I wanted to talk about, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier about like geeks dating geeks, but I wanted to ask, chameleon, does anyone kind of chameleon when they start dating someone? Do you start liking the things they like? Are you liking these things to impress them? And it made me remember a story of trying to impress Mark's friends when we first started dating. Mm-hmm. So like Mark is very competitive and really good at like board games. And for the first 6 months of our relationship, beat me at everything. Absolutely everything. So we drive out to go meet his friends in San Diego, and I just want them to like me because it's the first time I'm meeting them, and it's a bunch of guys. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be really cool. And we get there, they're all drinking Jaeger, blah, and we're bowling. And the more Jaeger I'm trying to keep up with them, the more...
Lord, this is a horrible story.
The drunker I'm getting, the better I'm bowling. So essentially, like, out of the 6 months of always losing, I finally beat him in bowling.
And in front of his friends.
I beat him in bowling. I got a higher score than him. I'm a little toasted. His friends are like cheering, like, wow. Like, I remember this very vividly. Like, so I beat him finally after 6 months, and his friends go and they print off the bowling like things, and they're like, you need to frame it, you need, like, so, and I get the friend hug, when you get the hug, and like, oh, I'm fucking in, like, I'm in. And I think the rest of the night I was hanging my head out of a car window because I just felt so bad. But I won that one time, and now to this day, because we've been together for like 12 years, to this day I will root against him because I always want someone to beat him at something. And I love my husband, I do, but then he's always so funny. He's like, you're never on my team, because I always just want someone else to like beat him, because it took me 6 months to finally do that. But I mean, did you ever do something to impress the friends of someone you're dating, or chameleon for someone to kind of like the things they like?
Oh yeah. I think that there are things that, like my ex, he absolutely loved horror films. I hate horror films.
I can't do it.
Hate them with a passion, but he loved them so much that I would watch them. But now I have this amazing pile of information about horror films the back of my head that people are like it got so so I haven't been with him for how long?
Yeah, a while.
Literally 6 years maybe, or no, maybe not. Maybe 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is, around there. My parents and I went to Michigan and we did this trivia night, and we're all drunk.
Oh God.
And this is one of the questions. It said horror for the category. And the question was, Annabelle is part of what horror film series? And I was just like, oh my God, I know this. I don't watch any movies, any horror films. I just have stupid knowledge from this horror.
That's what your brain decided to retain from that relationship.
Everything was out the window. I have not retained anything else, but I am an expert at horror films. I know how they should be. Like I watch them now and I'm like, that's campy. Oh, that wouldn't happen. But I'm terrified while I'm watching it. I'm like
through your fingers.
Yeah, I cannot watch it. But I was like, oh, and we got second place in the trivia.
Oh my God.
I put 10 points on that question. I was like, put 10 points. I know it's correct. Sure enough, I got it correct. By the way, it's The Conjuring.
Oh my God. Just get that out there. Hold on, let me just drop a knowledge bomb.
Boom. Mic drop.
So like, and that's the thing. So there's chameleons, and I usually would consider that being a bad thing, trying to chameleon towards something that you might not necessarily be interested in and be completely changed. But I think chameleon,
chameleon eating.
I don't know the word.
I think there's benefits because, for example, with Jeremy, I got introduced into comics.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be here where I'm at now
if it wasn't for that. And I think when back when I was a young girl, and I think it's and seeing my sisters go through these relationships and seeing them change, I think chameleoning on the other side, like if I'm watching you completely change of how I see you, I think that's where I was like, oh, being a chameleon's a bad thing, and I don't like that because you're watching your friends change and grow a little bit. But then being on the other side of it,
sometimes they're not growing though.
Yeah, true.
There are some people that chameleon, and it changes with each person they're with. Yeah. They never find out who they truly are.
That's true. So
you can never attract the person that...
Fine line then. But
very fine line. Like,
tightrope, guys.
Like, yeah.
But I think there are definitely things that you can pull from relationships that are beneficial when you chameleon or you're open to other people's things that they enjoy.
Yeah.
Question for you, because I think I've only had like a very limited amount of boyfriends.
Just say it. I'm a serial dater.
She's a serial dater. So my question for you is there...
I'm not a serial killer.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be so hard.
Smash that cereal.
It'd be so hard. Which one? Lucky Charms?
Get that Cocoa Puffs in my face.
I was going to say if you were going like the actual serial killer, I'm like, oh my God, it'd be so hard to hide the bodies.
No, it wasn't. I watched Jeffrey Dahmer's documentaries. I got this down. He had them in the walls.
Oh my God.
See? Again, retaining
horrible I don't want to know this about you.
Why?
Because now if they come to me and I'm going to say, check the walls, and I wish I didn't have the information.
I'm going to have to kill you.
Ah, damn it.
Before you take me in, I must kill one person.
Yeah, that's one of the best friends. So now I'm like, I can't let anyone know. So my question for you was, is there a difference between dating geeks and normies, people that we'd consider are maybe not so geeky or like
our normal folk?
I mean, how do you plebs?
Normies.
I don't know. Normies,
muggles.
Yeah, muggles. What's the difference between dating geeks and muggles?
And which one's more enjoyable? That's a very good.
Yeah,
that's a very good question. Normies can actually be very interesting and fun. Until you find out that they're only surface. Normies can be surface only at times.
Okay.
But I've noticed if normies, or you feel like they're a normie, you're talking to them, usually they turn into a geek because you start peeling away layers.
Because, like, I consider Mark was a normie when I met him. Yep. And then I found out that he
has layers.
He has layers like an onion. He collects action figures. And when I first met him, I saw a couple key things of He-Man on his shelf. So again, when I was very attracted to him, he was older than me. He had his life together. I was like, oh my God, an adult. I'm ready for an adult relationship. And I go to his condo at the time. Oh, Layla! I go to his condo at the time. You guys might hear her coo. Sorry. And he...
Or hit the microphone.
Yeah, or hit the mic. And there was a few key pieces of He-Man stuff. And then I was like, oh my God, like, do you have more of this? And he's like, why, yes, I do. And then took me out to the storage unit like a psycho and was like, here, look at all this.
Hold on. He had a storage unit? Can you tell me, did he have shelves already and then placed out in the storage? No.
No.
That would have been so epic.
No. So it was
Dude, I would have dropped my panties right there.
what? Just
Excuse me, you have a whole display in a storage unit?
Drop my panties, but take it off one leg at a time. Like, wait, keep talking. So it was a storage unit attached to the condo. So he opens it up, and it was like where you have the water heater, and it was just like 4 or 5 bins from floor to ceiling.
Yep.
Of action figures. And I remember when we were dating a little bit longer, I was asking him like, hey, no, why don't you display these? And he had those relationships with like a normie, a muggle, and he said something, or she found out about it, that he collected it. And she's like, what did she say? She said something along the lines of, oh yeah, you should probably keep that to yourself.
What?
She said, yeah, you should probably keep that to yourself and not display it.
That he's not with her.
So yeah, so he didn't display anything. I think it was like that for a lot of relationships. Then he meets me, and I was like, oh, be a freak. Let it. Not saying people who collect toys are freaks, but I was like, yeah, go ahead, like display it. They're really cool. And to my detriment, now I have a whole house for him to display stuff. But like he has a room, like a legit room, and I try to keep it in it, because otherwise, like we say, it's like an addiction to horizontal surface addictions. So anything that's a horizontal surface, something ends up getting displayed on it. So like I'm like, oh my god, I'm putting up a shelf, and like it's blank for a little bit till you figure out what you do, and all of a sudden more shit just ends up getting on it. Like then it's like, oh, it's a whole Dragon Ball Z thing, and it's like it's not one, it's like everything. So like he kind of was a normie, and then we opened the floodgates. So there is that. But you're right. Like most people don't want to show that they're into something.
Yeah. You have people that are actual normies, and they are very surface level, but I think those are the ones that don't know themselves.
I think everyone has something they like and that they geek out about.
Well,
you can be a meathead, you can be a weightlifter, and you're going to freak out and be,
look at this muscle.
Yeah, look at this. Look how fiber. Look at my muscles. Look how much I gained. Look at how I macro my protein. Like, and they could sit, and that's great, because then you have someone that meal preps. And then
protein gains.
Oh my god, can you? But then you're like, again, if I could date a meal prepper, I don't ever have to cook, and then there's food for me all the time. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
This does.
There's like snacks everywhere. Oh my god.
But there's geeks about everything. That's why we're Geek Responsibly, because there's geeks in health. There's geeks in hiking. There's geeks in running. There's geeks in World of Warcraft, Dragon Ball Z. So there's like, a geek can be anything.
Well, not nerds. Numbers and books numbers and stuff like that.
Oh, I love books.
Math.
Oh my gosh, books are so fun.
I forgot to bring you some today.
Oh, you're fine. Are they smut novels for Valentine's Day?
Young adult like smut stuff.
Oh,
not so like full smut. They're young adult ones.
Those are my favorite. The coming of age teen angst.
Yes.
I can just.
I know. I feel so bad. I'll have to.
It's okay.
Sorry.
But back to normies and geeks. I think going off of your story really sprouted something that just reminded me of Steve as well.
Okay.
So Steve and I met, and he was a normie. I was, from what I saw.
I only knew him once you crossed over.
Okay, so
I want to hear.
As I meet him, he is just very normal, very sweet, very like loving, and I loved that. And then we were sitting in
coming out from your nerd relationship too.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm more of a reading the comic books, all this other stuff, and my one of my best friends, Van, was introducing me to different anime series. And so I was watching JoJo Bizarre Adventure, which I absolutely love, and I was like, this is amazing. And then I see Steve later on. He's watching something on his phone.
With headphones, right?
Yes, he had and so I was
like in the corner under a blanket, just like
pretty much like hiding.
Was the light on, or was he in the dark?
No, the lights were on.
Okay, I was gonna say you can paint it.
He was on the couch, like watching it while I was doing other stuff, and then I came over to him and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, just watching Dragon Ball Super. I just need to finish this episode." I was like,
did he say it like kind of quiet?
Yeah.
Did he say it right away when you asked him, or he's like, I'm just watching something? Did he like hide
it was more like
bit?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, why don't you watch it on the TV? And he looked at me like I stole his dog. I was like
you did something so offensive.
Well, he's like, I can watch it on the TV.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, well, I just, my last relationship, I couldn't watch anything like that. Otherwise she would be pissed off at me. And I was like, you just watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with me.
Yeah.
Like, I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I apologize. Like, if I don't know what's going on, but yeah, throw it on. Like, I don't care.
Huh.
Like, I would like to get interested in that.
So he was so, like, just used to having to watch it on a phone.
Probably in the bathroom with headphones, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Would be,
that's so,
like, where'd you go for 30 minutes?
So hard. That's gotta be so hard. Like, can you, all right, the things that we're into, can you imagine having to hide that from your partner?
If I had to hide books,
they would think I'm watching, like, porn all the time. Like, playing, like, I don't play video games.
I read porn, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's different, yeah. Who doesn't? That's awkward. That awkward silence had to be there. But like playing video games or playing like Final Fantasy 11, like I can't imagine like trying to hide that, because if it's like my day off, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I don't
like I read
that's hard.
I read so much, like I have no idea what I would even do. Like that takes up 60% of my life.
Yeah. Like you're like, hold on, I have to leave for a while, and then you just go away and read somewhere and you don't let people know. Like granted, when I'm reading like the smut, like sometimes Mark will walk in, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, still, and I don't know why. I'll still like, you still close the book. You're like, nothing. Like I don't know why. It's not anything to be ashamed of, because it's sappy, horrible romance novels. But every once in a while, like you hide it. Or I'm like reading something that's kind of nerdy, and I'm like, wait, it doesn't matter. He can know that I'm watching some like weird, bizarre anime that makes no sense, and the guy's having nosebleeds every 2 seconds.
Some of them are really interesting. I'm like, what is going on?
I love the ones that are like, I can't remember the word for it, but there's certain categories, and there's one where it's kind of like a lovey-dovey school romance, and it's the ones where it's like Love Hina. So it's like the ones where like the girl, they're I can't remember. Love Hina, I think they had like a hot spa, like a hot springs place that they ran, and like the girls would come out and like they're all in cute little towels or whatever, and then something would happen, they're like, oh, my towel fell off. I'm like, don't you look at me. And the guy's like, I'm not, and he blushes and then he gets a nosebleed or something. Like that kind of stuff. It's like an extreme like lovey-dovey thing.
I kind of want that. I want to go see that now.
It's really cute. But yeah, so I still feel like there's some things that I hide, but I realize, and this is again like in a relationship of 12 years, that I still like instantly hide. I was like, oh wait, no, I don't have to hide that.
Actually, no, that's true. I do it too. Yeah. I do it with The Sims, because all my weird mods.
Oh my gosh. That's so hilarious.
I'm like, I don't want you to know that I'm watching The Sims do it right now. But he'll come watch sometimes, because I'll be like, look at this new move that they're doing. Look at this jackhammer. Like, have you started to make like little stories? Because I feel like my first thing is I would do such like a stupid like romance. For like because you can make your own stories. I literally have created this one. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. What was it? So I got these mods to make like really realistic looking people Sims. Yeah. So they have like crystal looking eyes, like ours, like fake hair, like all this stuff. So I make this chick and I want to make her famous. Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, well, I'm still not into the guys that they create in Maxis. Yeah. Like the people that they have. So I created my own dude. But I didn't want them to date. So then they were roommates. But then all of a sudden, like, she went out and she started meeting celebrities, but she wasn't at a high celebrity standard yet, because in the game you have to hit a certain amount of celebrity status to be able to go into some of the clubs. Actually makes sense. I can change it to 1 so that she can actually get in, or turn it off, but I'm like, no, I want to play it like the way that it should. So I should be at a level 3 in order to go into this club. So I couldn't even get into the club. So she's sitting outside and then trying to like talk to this dude, which I make them like her try and like make out with him. So she hooks up with the celebrity dude, and she's like all upset, blah, 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 because he obviously, this is my storyline. So he like ditches her, but at the same time, her roommate goes out with this other girl, and she was all upset because she finds out that she really loves her roommate, but her roommate is like a trust fund baby who just does coke. And because I have a bunch of
this is going mods. Downhill quickly.
I have a bunch of mods, right? So this is where it gets dark, and I'm going to share this anyway because it's really funny. And then I like ended it. I haven't played that one for a while. I just felt so devastated. So she decides to go and sleep with somebody else because she's upset. And she hooks up with this dude. Well, because she hasn't told him that she loves him yet. Okay. But he's doing a bunch of coke, because literally when you start doing the coke thing, they start like just walking over to the sink and doing lines of coke randomly when they start going down. And so I'm like, whoa, I don't even have to do anything. They just do it on their own. I'm like, okay. And I had him do a bunch of, like, smoke a bunch of weed.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to see how the bong looked. I was like, oh my God, it works. So, nonetheless, she goes and sleeps with this other dude. But I had the mod for the pregnancy, like, through their menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Sure enough, she gets pregnant. But I didn't know this at this time.
Okay.
So I make her, well, and then he slept with that other girl.
Yeah.
And then she goes and finally tells him because he was out at a coffee shop with her.
Oh my God.
And so I bring her over, and then she yells at the girl, and then she, like, tells him, I'm in love with you, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, oh my gosh, I love you too. But he also is a sex addict,
Oh my God.
along with a coke addict. So
Oh my
he
gosh.
goes, they, like, fool around, and I'm trying to get her pregnant by him. I check my mod, and all of a sudden I see that she did get pregnant, but by Don. And I was like,
Dun, dun,
what? No! This isn't supposed to happen. I go, okay, so I have a terminate pregnancy in here. Do I have her go to Planned Parenthood or not?
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think I kind of want to keep it because now I feel bad. But then I find out the other girl that he slept with is also pregnant by the guy, the line of coke dude, the coke addict, the roommate. So he knocked that girl up. But then he's also, so she's going and doing her own thing at work. So he goes to a nightclub.
Yeah.
And hits on this other chick and sleeps with her, and then she got pregnant.
Oh my God.
I'm like, this guy just keeps getting everybody pregnant. And then the girl, he's like fooling around with her while she's at home or at work.
Yeah.
And so she comes home from work and catches him. That's where it got
like,
weird.
You're like, my heart hurts. I can't do this anymore.
Well, then they had a weird threesome, and then it got weird.
So Jenna's using The Sims, which, by the way, if you guys haven't played The Sims in a while, this is what level of stuff you can do now. Because I remember her first telling me about these mods. I was like, what? No, you can't do that. And then, because I used to play Sims where, back in the day, and you would get, like, I would download this. Well, I would download the skin. So I downloaded a skin of, like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it was the whole cast. And I would make Sunnydale, and you do that. And then usually you'd cook, or I think the craziest stuff you could do is, like, you'd have someone just, I remember making someone play the piano over and over again because I wanted the skill, and they're, like, crying. And I was like, keep playing. But, like, the stuff she's telling me,
the Phantom of the Opera or something.
so she's saying, like, this is the kind of stuff that you can do now with Sims, is you can have all these stories, and essentially, like, your geekdom is that kind of stuff where you read so much that you can make your own stories by doing it this way, and you have that visual thing. So, and this is stuff I didn't know, and then we peel the onions, and here's Jenna's onion of, like, here, let's go deeper, and you're like, whoa.
We want to put that onion back. We pulled it back too far.
Yeah, and you start trying to put, like, the layers back on, and it won't, because you've already cut it, and you can't.
Get out the glue.
So, like, essentially moving forward, because Valentine's Day and we were really thinking about all the dating stuff, we thought we have this love test that we're going to do for each other. And it's really simple. We found this online, lovetest.com. And all you have to do is put your birthday in and then your dream partner's birthday. So we're going to try this twice and see if it's different. So Jenna's going to put her birthday first, and I'm her dream partner. And she'll put my birthday in, and then we'll vice versa. And I have no idea what this is going to say.
I have no idea. Are you a 1987 or 1986?
I'm in 1987.
Okay.
And I am
and
May. Yep.
Is it the 31st?
It is. Okay. So I am May 31st, 1987. And it says, are you ready? We have no idea. Oh my God. It's like numbers and shit.
Oh no.
This is like a legit. Hold on. What? Okay. It says this deals specifically with romantic relationships between two people. So I'm not sure what this means.
Oh, it's like a whole chart for. So interplanetary aspects. These concern the possible relationships between two charts. So this is what they're going through. So the negative aspect is lack of understanding between the two.
Sometimes it takes us a while to get through. Like, we were just brainstorming about the intro of the podcast, and it took us a second.
The other thing too is that we've touched base on this, but like I tell you something and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best amazing thing ever, and it takes you like a year to do it.
To figure it, yeah.
Or even try it.
Yeah, this is very true.
So this makes sense. They do not have the same intellectual interest. That's not true. The same tastes. As a result, you don't know us.
She's getting mad now. Frequent disputes, finding it impossible to speak calmly. We do become aggressive towards each other though, but not like an aggressive way. Like, you'll explain something and
dominance.
You go, but you do this. Yeah, so you'll be explaining something to me and you go, I know. Let me tell you again. So she'll say, so like if I'm not getting it or I kind of understand what she's saying, she'll just say it again. But she's like, I know you're not listening. Here, let me say it again, but more firmly. So that's dead ringer for sure.
Favorable. This positive aspect is a favorable union, linking invention and originality with common sense and thoughtfulness. I think that's about right.
We're pretty common sense and thoughtful.
Well, and we've definitely invented this amazing thing called Geek Responsibly.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't like all these negative ones.
Yeah, what the hell?
The son will probably suffer in this relationship.
Yeah, but we also
poor son.
Maybe we already went through that and came back, because we did have a moment where we were like, we took time from each other, grew as people, and then came back.
Grew as people.
Wait, sextile Venus. What's that mean?
Wait, where are you looking?
Positive. What's that mean?
This union...
Does this mean we only can be around each other like certain times of the year, like when the planets are aligning?
That's probably no. You know what's probably going on is like with that is when we take hiatuses from each other when we're like doing our own things.
Yeah.
And then we come back around and we're like, hey, by the way, let's invent this.
But like it says all these different things like Mars, Neptune, so I don't know where.
Oh.
So what's that mean? It's telling us Orban value. So I don't know if it's like we're supposed to hang out during different times of where Saturn's in the sky. I really don't know. We picked the wrong one, guys. We weren't sure. Oh my god. All right, do a horoscope one. This is blowing up in my face.
Let's do this one. So we're going to pick Gemini.
Yes.
With a Libra.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay, when we come together in a love affair, they enjoy a great relationship based on intellectual interests and mental agility.
Dual nature Gemini loves Libra's balance, and Libra is always entertained by the chatty brainy twins.
Libra loves art and beauty.
That's why we talk so much.
I know. Like I said, I have two different personalities, and they're both in love with Jenna. So like it works out really well. So because otherwise I could get bored, and I'm never bored with you, so that's fine.
Well, and I'm never bored with you. I just like eat up your twins. I was like, which one am I talking to now?
That's one. Libra loves art and beauty, while Gemini loves the beauty of an idea, but these loves aren't far off from one another. Interesting. Yeah.
Both Gemini and Libra have a great deal of mental energy. Well, that's for sure.
Come on, all great sorts of ideas when they work together, as podcast comes to mind. The get up and go needed. Oh my god, yes, you are. The Libra as the get up and go needed to put their ideas into action. So you guys, she sent me this whole thing. She's like, we're doing this, we're going to organize. And I get bombarded with emails. Like, we're doing it right now. Write your bio. Write it right now. Did you look at it? Do you like it? Look at it right now. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. What's the next one? Gemini tends to lack. In fact, in the birth of an idea, Gemini is better at, I don't know that word.
I don't either.
Gemini is better at ponification than direction, but this is a valuable contribute to Libra's mental process. So it sounds like I'm just like all over the place, and you're like, we need to get this shit done. And I'm like, woo, we'll get it done eventually. That seems pretty accurate.
Both signs share a need for intellectual freedom, which they can certainly provide for one another. Yeah. So Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, and Gemini by the planet Mercury.
Oh, communication. That makes sense. I never shut up.
Libra, me either. I speak from my heart.
Oh my god, we're like Sailor Moon. It says they combine the forces of love and communication. What color would you be?
Can we seriously make a comic?
Like, I can probably draw us as that.
My god, I'm so excited.
Are you going to be a turquoise then?
Yes.
So I have to be green, but I think green was already a Sailor Moon person. I think it was Mars.
Just redo them.
I'll have to look.
They combine the forces of love and communication as Libra prizes harmony with their lover almost above all else. Gemini won't be able to indulge their love of a good, hearty debate too often.
That's why I work really well with Mark. We debate and bicker all the time.
Libra would rather do almost anything than argue. That's for sure. I go run the other way.
You're like, nope.
Conflict, bye.
Air signs, I love your energy and has no trouble keeping up with you and is off and running with a new idea.
That makes so much sense. That's why we go full circle. We go around. We're just like, woo.
Both signs have a wide-ranging interest, giving them great material for provocative discussion. We just had a provocative discussion.
I'm completely intrigued by this
I like
whole
this
thing.
so much better. Fuck you, the other one.
Love test. You suck.
Fuck you, birth charts and love blah, 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 blah. You gave me numbers and I don't know how that shit works.
And I was like, hard pass left. Swipe left.
This one has pretty pictures and I like it so much better. And big and nice big font and I can read it. So yay on this one. Astrology.com, you won my heart. Thank you.
Oh, that's so funny. Libra likes a position of leadership in a relationship.
Yeah.
They most often come up with date ideas, for example. Which I do. I come pick you up for dates.
You always pick me up. I'm flexible. I'm happy to go along as long as it's okay to change their minds at the last minute. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's really fucking accurate. Now this is getting weird and creepy. Libra tends to initiate things but has trouble finishing them. Gemini is so adaptable they don't mind switching gears on a moment's notice. So it's like, hey, we're gonna meet and talk about the podcast. Instead we go and we eat sushi instead. Oh my god.
This literally is us. Oh my god. What's the best aspect of the Gemini-Libra relationship? Their ability to work together as an intellectual team.
Nice.
This is great.
Together they can expose each other to new and different points of view and areas of interest and help one another open up their worlds.
I'm going to add this to our links of things to put for our... So people can look at it and then also do their own.
I think,
I liked that one.
That was good.
That was good.
I'm curious, does it change if you put me in first and you in second? I'm curious.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's go back. So please select your sign.
You did Gemini first. Okay. And then this. Is it the same? No, my gosh. Yeah, it's the same.
I think it's the same. Yeah.
Okay. I think this one was much better. I think if you guys ever want to just have some fun and do some like love compatibility. Compatible, blah, blah, blah. If you ever want to do that, do astrology.com. It's fun. You pick your sign, you pick your partner's sign, or your crush, or your crush's sign. If you want to like start planning your future together, and just watch them from a distance. And I am not promoting stalking here, but it's just saying
I am.
All right, so to kind of close off our episode of Love and Valentine's Day, Jenna came up with this brilliant idea that she wants to read some misconnections.
Because I feel bad, and everybody should be able to find the one that they love. And even if they find them at an LA Fitness on 32nd Street and 20th Street. So if we are able to discuss them and say them here in Phoenix, Arizona, maybe we can find some matches that they've been looking for the woman I met over the weekend. That's weird.
All right, so hold on. So we're gonna
bottled blonde. Okay, you pick one.
We're gonna pick
a place.
We're gonna pick one. We're gonna probably share. Well, we're probably gonna do top 3. So we're gonna do top 3, and these are gonna be our top 3 for misconnections.
Oh my god. Okay, so I found the one that I'm gonna read because this is close to my house. So the title is "Female in the Lobby Kona Grill." This is literally where I'm at. This is like right behind us.
Okay.
So, you, female in the lobby Kona Grill, we're in the lobby area of Kona Grill.
That's the place I got raw chicken.
No, that was the cake.
Oh, you're right.
I got you though. I caught you staring at me a couple of times while we waited to check in with hostess. If you see this, I can't wait to speak to you. I was wearing a black hoodie and black hat. Of course you would remember me by my facial hair.
Was the guy rocking like an epic beard?
I don't know. Now I wish he had a picture. That's so sad. So, woman at the lobby of Kona Grill, if you...
Some dude was wearing a black hoodie and a black hat. Good luck.
and he has a beard. I hope you find him. You get to pick.
Okay.
Which you can scroll as far down as you want.
What? We met at your open house for sale. This is in Scottsdale. Ooh. I stopped by to look at the house you were holding open. You, a GL mature realtor, me, GL mature guy. What's GL mean?
I don't know.
Good looking?
Oh, good looking.
You, a good looking mature realtor, and me, a good looking mature guy too. We glanced at each other, and I could see you wanted to show me more than just the house. Reach out and let's see what happens. I hope.
Oh, touche.
One, that's pretty slick. I don't know if people actually are going to read this. 2, I hope they're like silver foxes in their 60s and he's like, hey girl, let me hit that. Like, that's crazy.
Oh my god, I love it. Now I just got chills.
What's this? Your name was Crystal.
Your name was Crystal on Greenway Road.
Whoa, the one below it might be interesting. No, you can read it.
Oh, you randomly hit me up. Your name was Crystal. We worked for the same company. If this is you, tell me what this company was. I want to bang you so bad.
Oh my god.
What? Well, Crystal, you're getting some loving this Valentine's Day.
Okay, this one, it just says we used to have a... Okay, they obviously know this person then. It says we used to have a taboo role play. I'm a guy looking for mommy.
And she did quotation marks, but you can't see that.
My air quotes. We used to have some pretty hot taboo role plays, and I really miss it. Hoping you're still into it as well. We kind of lost touch. I lost all my phone number, and your Craigslist email is no longer valid. Would love to continue where we left off or start over again. Hope to hear from you again. Air quotes, mom.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
He knows.
He just wants to love on her.
But he lost all my phone number.
All my phone number.
There's one. I know I said 3.
No, we can keep going. It's cool. I actually am really enjoying these.
What? Water damage M4W.
Male for woman.
Oh,
right?
Water damage male for woman? I keep it professional when I'm on the clock, but I wanted to climb on top of you.
Whoa!
You made it clear you are separated, and each time you did, my imagination ran wild. Separated? What?
She's separated from her.
Okay, did you notice? I was a bit reserved, but could you tell I was distracted? I'd like to make some cliche joke about stretching carpet. Instead, how about you work from home and I come back over to take more measurements for a long lunch? Looking forward to seeing that gorgeous smile again. Until then, I'm out. So is this guy like, was she doing... Okay, it's water damage. Okay, so he
was fixing...
So he was fixing her house and he was like, hey girl, hey. And she's like, oh, I'm actually separated. I'm not with someone. And he's like, let me fix that carpet, girl.
Let me stretch your carpet.
Who reads this?
I don't know. These are so sad.
Who reads these?
Us.
I know, but there's nothing written for us.
I've actually come in here.
QT guy with black hat and beard, the same dude that might be from Kona Grill.
They saw each other over there.
I like some of these because some of them are like still thinking of you. Oh my god. Okay, this one Jenna's gonna read it, but the title is Kingdom Hearts 3 early release at GameStop, and it says couple in quotations. This is a long one.
Oh, I'm so excited. So I like reading these because they are, oh my god, it's right by my house.
Oh my god, it's really close to us. Okay.
We were in line waiting to pick up Kingdom Hearts 3 at, actually that's where I bought mine. That's creepy.
Maybe this is
Was it me?
Oh my god, maybe. Go ahead.
I didn't pick it up on early release. Okay. GameStop near Santan Village Parkway, which was not the closest location to your place. What? The girlfriend just graduated nursing school. I asked the boyfriend if he plays Overwatch, and he said no.
Oh, he's talking about a couple.
Oh, is he wanting to bang them both?
Who knows?
Mostly Smite. Started talking about how Merlin is a shitty newcomer because he's not really a god. I suggested Jesus as the new god.
Oh,
and
in the game
some
Smite.
of his abilities.
I like how this guy's into detail.
Yes. We were standing in line in front of Papa John's worker who was still in uniform, and as we were walking into the store, we were laughing about someone's pizza delivery being super fucking late. That's actually funny. You guys talked about needing to buy a new vacuum, so I gave you a gift card, and you guys gave me a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card in return.
Interesting.
This is really cute. Are they just wanting to be friends?
I don't know. We're still reading it, so we don't know.
Boyfriend said he had a bunch of friends that he's met online who live in Indiana. And that's when I'm from. Or that's where I'm from.
Huh.
I had a lot of fun shooting the shit with you two, and I wanted to give you my PSN. But when you went to pick up your game, I heard the cashier say your reservation was at another store. To which your girlfriend got super upset. Understandable. So I just left instead. I hope you got your copy. You two seemed cool as fuck, and I still regret not giving you my PSN. Thought maybe we could hang out sometime. Reply with where the gift card I gave you goes to and the dollar amount on the front so I know it's you. Long, short, but here goes. Oh, or long shot. That is so cute.
So this guy's like, hey, you guys were really cool to hang out with in the line, and I really wish I would have given you my PSN account. That's right. That's pretty cool.
I actually might share that one and see if I can get anybody.
Let's put that in the show notes, because that's pretty sweet that guy was just like, hey man, you were really cool. I should have given my shit, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh God, no.
No.
Yeah, don't do that. She's gonna see if anyone ever posts something. Speaking of which, I actually had something at work. I was taking pictures of tables, and it's very rare that I have someone make comments while I'm working, but this one was just funny. And I'm taking pictures of tables, and I have to go in. I'm like, oh, you guys a couple, and take pictures. So I take a picture of this guy, and he's like, I'll let you take a picture of me if you take a picture with my buddy. I don't remember his name, Chad, whatever. And I look over and I'm like looking at Chad. I'm like, why are they wanting a picture with you and me, Chad? And I'm just like,
did you ask him that?
No, because I'm just like,
would've.
what? I was like already weirded out that it happened. Because like, no, I'm like, no one ever takes pictures of me. That's weird. And the guy's like, said something. He's like, oh, I'm single. And I was like, well, I'm married, and pointed to my ring. He's like, oh, damn it. Like, it was just funny. And like, we took pictures. And I was like, oh, I should have done that. Like, I should have taken a picture with this guy. I'm like, all right, man, let's take a selfie. Woo! Like, I don't know. I just thought, like, I was like, oh, I should have just done it.
Bridget freaked.
I freaked out. And I was like, oh, no, it probably would have been funny. Because, I mean, so most of the time, I never have, like, everyone's been very wonderful at weddings. I've never had it be anything crazy. I did have one guy, I remember years ago that he had too much to drink. And I was like, I was on the dance floor. He's like, let's dance. I'm like, no, I'm working. And I like tilted the camera and like flashed, like hit the button for it to go off, and my light went off, and then he was standing close. So I was like, bah, and like ran away like that. So it was like Batman, like where you throw the thing and like the dust cloud, like patch, gone, gone in a second.
She disappeared.
Yeah. So like there's stuff like that, but it was one of the first times someone was like, oh, can I take a picture with you? Because like my buddy is pretty much, I think he was stag. So he wanted to have a picture with someone in the chair with him. And I was like, oh, and I was like, no, I can't. But I was like, oh, it would have been funny if I just like turned it into the selfie.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Bridget breaking hearts.
Darn.
Well, on that note, I'm definitely going to add that Craigslist ad. The compatibility test I'll also put in the show notes. And you can always listen to Geek Responsibly on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and now, and YouTube. And our geekresponsibly.com website has been overhauled. We're still working on it, but you can listen to all of the episodes on the website.
Yeah, so soon we'll have it up there. We'll be giving you more hype, but you can at least listen. I was like, at least you can read things. Like, wait, no, not read. Listen. At least you can listen to things. You can and once we actually have it, like how we want it, then we'll and then hype it more, I guess.
Yes.
Is that how it works? Is that how the internet works?
Kind of.
All right.
We're getting there. She's learning. Also, we did add a Patreon account. So you can go to patreon.com/Geek Responsibly and join our community.
Yeah. And help us make this
better.
Our thing.
Well,
like,
better
this could
too.
Be cool. Yeah. It helps us kind of figure out what we're doing and helps like fund us into essentially making this our jobs, which would be really
that
cool.
would be super awesome.
That would be awesome.
We are putting everything that you donate back into the podcast. Yeah. So definitely paying for website, equipment, all of the fun subscriptions that we have to keep every month would be great to have some help. So we would appreciate it. But other than that,
yeah.
Awkward silence. Yes.
So guys, welcome to season 2. We'll have more stuff for you guys. And always remember to
geek responsibly.